even though the Dow closed at another record high, our next guest is warning that he's seeing some recession indicators flashing red.
Meanwhile, economist Harry Dent is making a dire prediction about the market next year. He says 2024 is going to bring, and I'm quoting him now, the biggest crash of our lifetime.
The latest Bloomberg projections show a 100% chance of a recession in the next year.
I would be very, very surprised if we saw inflation come down to 2.5% without also having seen a recession.
Okay, so if you were like me, you have found it hilarious how befuddled most economists have been about the fact that month after month we have seen strong data on jobs and wages and economic growth. And month after month, the so-called economic experts are surprised and baffled about that strength. The fact that orthodox economists have failed to predict or explain any of this, or really, to be fair, any economic developments since the onset of the pandemic, just shows how bankrupt their framework of thought is. And the simple reason why traditional economists keep getting it wrong is because their understanding of how the economy works is wrong. We're in the midst of a paradigm shift away from trickle-down economics and towards a new understanding of economic cause and effect that focuses on the critical importance of a thriving middle class, middle-out economics. The central insight of middle-out economics is that the economy doesn't grow from the top down. It grows from the bottom up and the middle out. This is a 180-degree reversal from the trickle-down consensus that dominated our politics and policy since the rise of Reaganomics in the early 80s. That consensus was focused on the idea of tax cuts for the rich, deregulation for the powerful, and wage suppression for everyone else. Take the three central pillars of middle-out economics. They're the exact opposite of trickle-down. Where trickle-down says tax cuts for the rich, middle-out says invest in America. That means investing in our country and our people to create good-paying jobs, high-quality schools, infrastructure, and a prosperous future for our nation. Where trickle-down says to deregulate powerful corporations, middle-out says promote competition. That means reining in monopolies and enabling smaller businesses to compete, which spurs innovation, lowers prices, raises wages, and expands consumer choice. And where trickle-down says suppress wages, middle-out says empower workers. That means raising wages, lowering costs, and increasing economic security to ensure hardworking Americans have the foundation they need to build a good life. The remarkable power of middle-out economics is that it helps explain there's no trade-off between a fairer economy and a faster-growing economy. The fact is that the policies that are just, equitable, and inclusive are the very policies that boost economic growth. When we include more people in the economy, the bigger it gets and the faster it grows. More people who can succeed as workers, consumers, and entrepreneurs. It increases the virtuous cycle between innovation and demand. The middle-out policy agenda of investing in America, promoting competition, and empowering workers may not be what orthodox neoliberal economists would suggest, but the results are in. The empirical evidence is clear. This approach is working. Middle out is the way.